Hello and welcome to Know Your Customer. My name is Kenfield Griffith, CEO and co-founder of mSurvey. And today we have with us Christopher Kinyanjui, who is an experienced customer experience specialist. And we're going to ask a lot of questions of Kris today. And we're excited to have him with us to discuss and find out the core of what you should do for customer experience. Welcome to our show.
Sure, thanks Kenfield. Happy to be here.
Tell us about the industries you've worked with and why you chose those industries.
Within the financial services, I've done multinationals, I've done local bank, I've done multinational insurance, and I've also done multinational local insurance group. What I've learned so far is feedback is a key aspect of what it is we do in the customer service field. It simply enables you to act better towards the customer needs, to problem solve for them when challenges do come, because they will come. And also finally, in a nutshell, it enables those of us in the customer experience field specifically to give feedback within the business and to the executive and help the executive make decisions or help us grow and be more finely attuned towards the customer.
What does customer experience mean to you?
Experience largely means how are you onboarded, how do you live the life of your product, how do you get into the maturity phase, if a maturity phase exists like in insurance, and also how does the exit look like, because maturity can come together with an exit or a renewal for that matter, or simply your needs have outgrown that particular institution. So for me, customer experience means looking at all those aspects holistically.
What can you tell us about the most fascinating feedback you've heard from a customer?
I can't say that I had one particular instance of feedback. What has been most useful for me as a professional has been being able to show the trends of what the customers are saying in terms of feedback. And sometimes it is completely different from when you're in the boardroom discussing customer needs, analysis and all that. No one has actually listened to what the customers are saying.
How is customer experience tied to revenue?
A simple example is in the instance of, for example, in insurance, there's a certain metric called that's tied to retention of customers. And if you don't retain your customers, it impacts the income because the revenue shared with the agents and things like that. So from a retention perspective, it is very important to keep customers past a certain threshold of years. And if the customers are not satisfied, if they're not in full control of what information the company is giving them, they will tend to leave because they don't know what they're getting into. And that's when you start seeing attrition from new sign-ups, right? So instead of them staying the life of the product, they start leaving because there's either insufficient information, there's poor customer service, there's poor accountability back towards the customer in terms of their funds, and all those things have an impact on the bottom line of the company. The same can also apply in other sectors or within the financial services, is that if you don't have customers, you don't have revenue. A lot of the financial services look at transactional revenue as a key component. So customers have got to be able to know that you're effective operationally at what you're doing, at what you're promising, and they'll keep coming back and using your services, which means your revenue goes up because it's transactional in nature.
So what do you think is the future of customer experience specific to the continent?
Specific to the continent, I think, is a deeper understanding of customer experience for the organizations that we work with, that the board levels, the executive levels have got to make this part of their strategic goals and actually execute the plans that sometimes they say they want, but sometimes is not quite there. And you find it's slowly growing across industries, from financial services to telcos to hospitality, and that understanding is becoming a deep understanding within the executive, within the board. There's accountability towards the customer service professionals, that we must be able to execute good customer service at the time, and our total customer experience journey must actually be of the very highest level.
Thanks for joining us today on Know Your Customer. Thanks, Kris. It was a great experience learning more about the internal dynamics of customer experience within different organizations. And thanks, and see you next time on Know Your Customer.